So reports have said Fabio Wardley recently said that it's likely his next fight will be against Derek Chisora. Now, in my opinion, this fight isn't a fight that should be happening. Doesn't really make a ton of sense for either guy, in my opinion. I'm not sure what the payday would be like. I'm assuming it'd be a pretty decent payday for both guys involved because Chisora's a big name and Wardley's a guy who his name's definitely rising. He's a rising superstar in the sport of boxing. And particularly over his last 2 wins, he's now arrived at sort of the level where, you know, this guy, he can main event cards, he can shift tickets. Fabio Wardley's at that level now. He's undefeated world champion, British undefeated world champion, speaks well, he's got a good story, a lot of fans behind him. And should be looking for a bigger fight than Chisora, in my opinion. Right now, again, Chisora's probably looking at it thinking, well, if he can get this fight, it's probably, again, going to be one of the biggest paydays that's available to him at this point. I don't know who else would be around that's a bigger payday. Wilder, if he's fighting Usyk, that fight can't happen. Dillian Whyte, of course, would be the obvious option, and I don't know why that fight's not been booked. But if that fight's not being booked, then Chisora's probably looking to move on. And if he's looking to move on, from Chisora's point of view, he's thinking, well, this is going to be a big payday and it's a fight for a world title. How could he turn it down? Well, I can tell him how he can turn it down because he'll probably get his bell rung and get his head beaten in and probably eventually knocked out by Fabio Wardley. That's why you don't take this fight, right? Because Chisora, does he have a chance of winning this fight if it gets made? That's the real question. And I was thinking about this just before I picked up record for this video, and I'm thinking, Chisora could win this, right? But it's not even like Wardley has shown that he's chinny. Like, Wardley's got a chin. We've seen him be hit clean repeatedly by the likes of Justice Hooney and Joseph Parker. And Fraser Clark was landing big shots on Fabio Wardley too. And he took them, he ate them, right? And then Chisora, he's only really dangerous for the first couple of rounds, if we're being honest. Because if you can survive the first couple of rounds against Derek Chisora, if you're an actual good boxer, you can't just outbox him for the rest of the time because he's just going to be so sloppy. Now, a lot of the guys in the heavyweight division aren't actually good enough boxers to just outbox him for the remainder of that fight. But you look at Derek Chisora and you see him early on when he's, the first 3 rounds where he's, energetic, aggressive, throwing combinations, putting his punches together, big shots as well, mixing it up to the head, to the body, closing distance, like I said, getting in close, landing those big shots. He can do that for 3 rounds. Then after that, you're going to see him start to blow. He's going to really slow down. You're going to see him between rounds. He's going to be breathing real heavy. And it's round 4. And Fabio Wardley's now taken all of his best shots, and he's still there, and he's ready to go. Because Fabio Wardley, he's the type of guy where, we've seen it so many times now, he can be down in a fight. He only needs a drop of a hat to put your lights out. I don't think Derek Chisora is like that at this point in his career. Past the 3rd round. First 3 rounds, he's dangerous. Again, but I don't think Chisora at this point, in rounds 1 to 3, is as dangerous as Fabio Wardley for any point in a fight. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm not just waffling now. I hope I'm making sense. But other than the payday, and obviously a shot at a world title, I struggled to see any paths to victory for Derek Chisora. It's not like, Derek Chisora's mastered one thing as well, is fighting tired as well. So even though he'll be gassing, he'll be knackered, he'll be blowing, he'll still be throwing, he'll still be moving forward. And again, that causes problems for guys. It means he's a handful to deal with. Even when he's tired, even when his technique is sloppy, he's still a handful to deal with. And again, you've seen him win a load of fights like this. So we'll see if this fight gets made. And let me know in the comments below, who do you think will win it? Of course, I think there's so many paths to victory for Fabio Wardley. There's only one path to victory, it's a knockout. But that knockout could come in so many different ways. Because Chisora's going to be so hittable past the 3rd round. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think this is a fight that could get made? And if it does get made, who do you think wins it? Let me know in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.